It finally came. It finally come. Finally, it's all over. Oh, no. I'm not talking about the premiere of season 5 just starting. No. Finally, it's finally over. The hype for this season that's been going crazy on the internet is finally over. Oh, let me tell you that I had to deal with a lot of comments. I just, going through my Twitter, just seeing a lot of comments about the season 5 hype, but finally the season premiere begin, people will be talking about it a lot, right? I'm wrong, am I? Okay, so being serious right now, so Cutie Markless is the first of the season 5 premiere. My name is Black Belt Dragon, and I am going to be doing these vlogs for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic season 5. I will be, every time an episode released, obviously I'll look at it, as well as I'll talk about to see what is my favorite parts and what are my not most favorite parts of those episodes, and just go until the season is finished. So yeah, I'm going to be officially doing these vlogs for the show, and of course you're probably asking, wait, what about your other thoughts through the past seasons? Well, actually, I have came up with an idea. I will be continuing doing vlogs for season 5 episodes, but I will also each time when I release my thoughts on the episode of season 5. Next, I'll be releasing my thoughts on each season of MLP one at a time. So it's going to be a vlog for season 5, then it's going to be for season 1, then another for season 5, then season 2, then vlog season 5, then season 4, and season 3, season 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, so the first episode, the first two-parter of season 5 is Cutie Markless, where we find the main 6 in their castle, Twilight's castle, and now they're now going on a trip to this small town who is in need of help of friendship. Now, there are some controversial things when you think about an idea like this, because if you've seen the trailers, then you obviously know that this kind of feels a little bit like it kind of feels a little should be censored kind of thing, because this is talking about the rights of people as well. It kind of feels like something out of Nazis or something, like they're all equal people, we're all the same, like let's not be any different or be any better from anyone else. That's kind of what the episode's going through. Yeah, if you've seen the trailer, that is what it's going towards. Now, of course, if you haven't seen the episode, which I pretty much doubt that almost everyone's seen this episode, but if you haven't, then I wouldn't be watching this video, because there's going to be a lot of spoilers this season. Okay, so it begins with their friends going into the kingdom, and now they somehow figure out this map by just sitting down in their thrones. And they discover that now with this map, they have to go anywhere to solve friendship problems. And the first place they go to is this little town who has a bunch of people that have cutie marks with an equal sign, meaning that I'm guessing that they're all the same. The villain of the episode is kind of very interesting. You kind of find a lot of things when you continue with this episode. Now, I kind of forgot oh my gosh, I kind of forgot the villain's name already. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, when they make villains for the show, somehow you forget the names, or I don't know, the names are either forgettable or that it wasn't a very memorable villain. I don't know. They somehow have an issue with that in the show. So they go into this town and they find out that seems like it doesn't feel right, that why did they give up all their cutie marks, but then they discover the villain is trying to take away everyone's cutie marks so that they can have some kind of war against Equestria and try to expand it so that everybody can be equal and no one can just learn their destinies and just give it up, and so they can just be friends without any of the controversial arguments or anything. So obviously her plan doesn't feel right, it doesn't make any sense, but from what I understand, so the episode continues. They obviously end up saving the day. They get all their friends, including the townspeople's cutie marks back, and it's pretty much, you know, happy ending all the way to the end. And obviously they continue their adventures into trying to find friendship for everybody in this whole town. So what do I think of this episode? This two-parter? It's pretty damn good. I can say that. It's pretty damn good. I was not expecting it to be this amazing. I mean, when the hype came up, when I saw this episode, I was not expecting too much out of the season, you know, the beginning of the season, but they've hyped it up so insane, and it's not as, I do want to tell you that it's not as big as they hyped it out to be, but it definitely is pretty darn good. I've always complained about a few episodes before this. I've always complained about, I always find at least one big flaw in every episode in each season. But for some reason, I've found no flaws in this episode whatsoever. Just like a few nitpicks. Just a few nitpicks, pretty much. The only nitpicks that I found in this episode is that I kind of felt it went a little too quick, even for a two-parter. And another nitpick, I don't really think this counts, but when they released this episode, like obviously it's on Discovery Family, when they released this episode, they seem to very interrupt like every 5 minutes or even less than that in the episode. And when they go to part 2, they replay the intro again. I don't know, but this is kind of this is kind of shows 101. When this is two-parter shows 101. When you're making 2 parts of an episode, you don't have to play your intro again. You just have to play it the first time, you know, you put out part 1. And there's always the usual previously on My Little Pony. I also found that the commercials were a bit distracting when just trying to get through it, but they came on a little bit too often. But obviously that's just, you know, I don't think that's really a big complaint. Another complaint of mine is that let me tell you that they fleshed out some characters, like there are new characters in the show. I don't think they gave out their names or anything, but after seeing these characters, I found them actually very wonderful characters. These characters were fun and entertaining to watch, but from what I'm seeing, I feel like we're not going to see them again. That's pretty much how it goes when making a show. You don't mention it again. Okay, so like I said, I don't have any big complaints about this episode. I thought most of it was done right. I thought the lesson in the end was done very correctly. The only thing I do, and pretty much it was a pretty darn good episode, and I thought it was really fantastic. I just found out that there were a few things that were wrong with it, and right now I just can't wait for the next episode to happen. Okay, this is Black Belt Dragon signing out, and I'll see you on my next vlog of the next episode of Season 5.
We certainly hope you all enjoy the show.